This is Matt Students. Welcome to Math Task 147, Graph Linear Equations, and Work with Function Tables. So, we've been doing this for a while now. You always start at your y-intercept. So, we're going to start at 1 right here. So, I'm going to put my blue point. And then I'm going to be able to move up 2 and right 3. Up 1, 2, right 1, 2, 3. There's my next point. I can't do up 2, right 3 again. I'll go off the graph. So, I'll go down 2, 1, 2, and left 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember, 2 over 3 is the same thing as negative 2 over negative 3, because a negative divided by negative is a positive. Let's go ahead and connect our graph. I have a straight line, and it's pointed to letter O. So I go down where it says number 1, and I put O. Let's do number 8. So I start at positive 2, 1, 2. And my graph is negative 1, 4, so that means negative 1 over 4, or 1 over negative 4, right? So I can go down 1 and right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I can go up 1 and left 4. Draw my line, points to R. So on 8, wherever I see it pops up 3 times, I'm going to write R 3 times. Right? So that's what you're doing on the front. Now to the back side, you're given a function, and you're given a function table. Remember, x is your input, and y is your output. So if I input 1 into this function, negative 2 times 1, what's negative 2 times 1? I get my output of negative 2. If I input 4, same equation, just instead of x, I'm putting 4. Negative 2 times 4, my output is negative 8. If I input negative 5, negative 2 times negative 5, my output is positive 10. And if I input 3, negative 2 times 3, my output is negative 6. So describe the graph. It starts at 0, 0, because remember in y equals mx plus b, if there is no plus b, then it's 0. And in this case, we have no plus b. And the slope is negative 2 over 1 or 2 over negative 1. All right, let's do a little bit more difficult one. Let's do number 4. So 1/2 of plugging in 10. Make sure you also subtract 4. So half of 10 is 5, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So my output is 1. 1/2 of negative 2. And then remember to subtract 4. So 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1, and negative 1 minus 4 plus negative 4 gives you your output of negative 5. 1/2 of 4. Don't forget to subtract 4. Half of 4 is 2. 2 minus 4 plus negative gives you negative 2. And lastly, half of negative 8. And don't forget to say minus 4. Half of negative 8 is negative 4. Don't forget to do plus negative 4. And that gives you negative 8, right? So this graph starts at 0, negative 4. And has a slope of 1 over 2 or negative 1 over negative 2. And lastly, number 6, remember this fraction, negative 3 over 2x, that is your slope, but you're going to treat it as negative 3 over 2 or 3 over negative 2. It's literally up to you how you want to treat that when you plug in. I would suggest make it easier on yourself. Multiply by 3, divide by 2. So when you plug in that, you'll say negative 3 over 2. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And then negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. And then negative 6 minus 2 plus negative gives you your output of negative 8. You can also use a calculator to double check. All right, that's it. The rest is yours.